to receive that information. They can't be in charge of where they're going. So I think both roles have their challenges, but the reward is immense. It's totally worth working on those abilities to be able to fully participate in the dance.
Okay. And I know swing came from Lindy Hop. In your opinion, like, what is the main difference between both? Like, what separates swing from Lindy?
So swing actually refers to the music. Music swings. It's a style, it's a rhythm, and it's a syncopation. So Lindy Hop was the dance that emerged as the music changed, and Lindy Hop was a catch-all term. It has several different branches in it, and there's a 6-count basic, there's an 8-count basic, there's Charleston, solo movement, and then the dips and tricks. What survived rock and roll was essentially the 6-count portion of the dance, and that became known as East Coast swing, or oftentimes 6-count swing, or jitterbug. So swing is a catch-all term for the music. And it's specific, because you can, like, foxtrot doesn't swing. It's 4/4 music, but it doesn't swing. So to dance to music that swings, we have a syncopated basic, and that is what survived, that sort of term for the music of this era. So swing. So it's the 6-count stem that survived and went into, like, the rock and roll 50s and 60s era.
Okay. And because I know fashion tends to be have a big impact in dance. So, like, in what ways do you think that fashion impacts swing?
I think there's people who discover the dance because they've discovered the vintage fashion, and that's part of exploring that whole lifestyle or that era. So I think people enjoy essentially playing dress up. It's part of the escape, part of the hobby. You certainly don't need to have vintage clothing to enjoy this vintage dance. Most people, as you experienced at First Friday, maybe come in a casual light clothing because it's an athletic endeavor, so it gets hot. So you want to be sure you are comfortable when you're dancing.
Yeah, I noticed that because when I went here, I saw a lot of people who had suspenders and a lot of clothes that from back then, from the 30s.
Yeah.
And I was really surprised too, because everybody seemed like they were really into it, and that was a great atmosphere to be a part of, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it runs the gamut. You can be a novice and you can be advanced. You can be just a social dancer and you can be a competitor, and you could be an avid vintage dresser, or you can wear only modern clothes. It really is a welcoming space for everyone who's just interested in swing dancing.
Okay. And I know, like, back in the 30s and 40s, swing was a really big part of America. Do you think that in the near future there could be a big swing revival, per se?
Well, we've had one revival, and that was in the 90s, late 80s and early 90s, and that was pretty